Hello everyone! My goodness, I am so excited to be here with another astrology update. It feels like it has been so long since the last one. As we are nearing the end of the astrological year later this month, 2024 is definitely gaining momentum, and the planets are preparing a pretty impressive way to kick off the astrological new year with an eclipse season and our first retrograde, all getting ready to stir the pot. But first, this Sunday, March 10th, we have our last new moon of the astrological cycle, the new moon in Pisces. It is interesting because though this new moon is playing it cool, it is actually one of the most significant new moons of the year, owing to its placement between the big planetary conjunctions of the previous few weeks and the lunar eclipse 2 weeks later. Depending on which astrologer you ask, everyone has a different demarcation for when eclipse season begins. But since eclipse season is a function of the moon, I mark eclipse season by the moon on either side of the eclipse pairs, which means that this new moon is the opener. Now, as we know, eclipse seasons are times of accelerated transformation, opportunities for us to really let go of aspects of us that are no longer serving us and are holding us back in life. But oftentimes, in the heat of the action, it can be hard to maintain clarity and the balance needed to master that energy and to wield it instead of being overwhelmed by it. So what makes the difference? The degree to which we have progressed ourselves past our lower self and towards our higher self. Note, this battle between the lower and higher selves, which is the battle of the spiritual warrior, is going to be a huge recurring theme this year. So what tips the scales in this battle between our higher and lower selves? The condition of our subconscious mind. So why do I say this? Because what does our lower self use as weapons and ammunitions to keep us stuck? Fear, judgment, negative emotions. It draws power from all of the emotion we refused to feel. Every time we suppressed, blocked out, denied, shut down, froze over, etc., an emotion, we shoved it in our junk drawer to rot. And what is our junk drawer full of all this rotting sludge? Our subconscious mind, where it pollutes our thoughts and fuels our lower self. And since the subconscious is literally below or under the conscious mind, it is not easy to spot when it is sabotaging you. It's like trying to see out of the back of your head. Dang! So what can you do to stack the deck in favor of your higher self as you gear up for eclipse season? Okay, well, the biggest thing you can do is add light activation, full spirit activation, empower thyself class. But you can also use the moon. The moon is the planet of the subconscious, and Pisces is the most powerful sign of healing. Isn't it beautiful how we are given a Pisces new moon right before this eclipse season? The progression of the zodiacal wheel is the progression of the spiritual warrior, from beginning through to the ultimate victory of the highest aspects of ourselves, which I will talk more about in a couple of weeks when the spring equinox starts that wheel again. But it is a cycle of death and rebirth, death of our lower self and rebirth into our highest expression in the light. But within that cycle, we have 3 smaller cycles of death and rebirth, and it is the water signs where this happens. Pisces, as the ultimate water sign, gives us the opportunity to finally win this battle once and for all through the power of healing and absolute love. For when we heal the pain that is hiding in our subconscious, we remove the power, the ammunition of the lower self. Pisces energy holds the 3 main keys to healing. 1, awareness through feeling. We have to take the junk out of the drawer, which means feeling what we refuse to feel in the first place. 2, forgiveness and compassion. transmute the negative emotion by separating whatever caused that feeling from who we all really are, which is divine. And 3, releasing or letting go. Don't put it back in the junk drawer. Pisces energy supports us in all 3 of these aspects of healing. So this new moon is coming in as both an end, death, and a beginning, rebirth. And it may be uncomfortable, that feeling thing again, but it is here to set us up for success in eclipse season by bringing up whatever it is that we need to heal in order to walk into the battleground of Aries with our higher selves empowered and our lower selves weakened. The energy is subtle. It is a new moon, not a full moon, and Pisces itself is a very subtle energy. But do not be shocked when old emotion and situations arise, especially with Saturn, the planet of cause and effect, sitting in Pisces close to the moon. Though you may think you had resolved whatever it is, if it is coming up now, you did not. And this is your chance to use the loving, forgiving, compassionate energy of Pisces to heal whatever that is, so that you can walk into eclipse season ready to wield the energies of the eclipses instead of being overwhelmed by them. Are you wanting to supercharge your higher self as we move into the astrological new year? The power of life activation, full spirit activation, and empower thyself to align you with your highest aspects and turbo boost your life cannot be exaggerated. Reach out today to schedule a session or a consult to find out how you can benefit from adding more light to your life.